Hi, thank you for watching Digging to China. I'm Dong Xiong. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. On July 19th, the Chinese Communist Party's Central Committee and the State Council issued guidelines to foster the growth and development of the private economy. The guidelines are organized into 8 main sections containing a total of 31 articles. 1. General requirements. 2. Continuous improvement of the development environment for the private economy. 3. Increase the policy support for the private economy. 4. Enhance the legal safeguards for the development of the private economy. 5. Emphasis on promoting high-quality development of the private economy. 6. Support for the healthy growth of private entrepreneurs. 7. Cultivation of a social atmosphere that cares and encourages the growth of the private economy. 8. Strengthening organizational implementation. Upon examination, this recent document promoting the private sector bears a striking resemblance to the one issued a decade ago. In March 2013, the Chinese Communist Party released 36 opinions on the private economy. And now we see a similar pattern with the current 31 opinions. The objective remains to boost the private economy by providing a favorable legal environment, policy support, and protection of property rights. It appears they have recycled the same content with minor tweaks. Over the past 10 years, it's evident that the Xi Jinping government has been suppressing private enterprises, imposing restrictions on the private economy without substantial changes. Now, amid China's economic downturn, they suddenly remembered the importance of the private sector. This approach might be perceived as treating entrepreneurs as gullible. As the saying goes, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. The most recent opinions concerning the advancement and expansion of the private economy emphasize 8 crucial aspects, with a notable focus on the statement in the 8th one. Adhere to and strengthen the leadership of the party. This emphasizes the centralized and unified direction of the party Central Committee in matters related to the private economy, extending party leadership throughout all stages of the work process. Additionally, it underscores the significance of maintaining the correct political orientation. Clearly, private enterprises are expected to align with the party's guidance rather than adhering to market principles. As such, I caution private entrepreneurs not to take the bait and suffer the consequences repeatedly. Frequently, certain viewers expressed their comments, noting that I consistently critique the Chinese Communist Party, continuously highlights its shortcomings, and analyze its deficiencies. They suggest that I should also provide constructive suggestions in addition to criticism. Certainly, I want to clarify that I am indeed capable and willing to present constructive suggestions. The recommendations I offer are candid and not held back. If the CCP is open to adopting, accepting, and implementing these suggestions, there is potential for positive change in the Chinese economy. Just as with investment strategies, I have categorized my proposals into 3 phases: short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals. The immediate objective is to swiftly restore the confidence of private entrepreneurs. How can we achieve this? In the short term, my suggestion is to address the issue of Sima Nan. You need to take care of this guy. He is a 66-year-old Communist Party member and influential leftist figure in China, boasting more than 30 million followers. While ardently supporting the CCP and advocating Mao Zedong's ideology and strong nationalism, Sima Nan often makes anti-American statements, earning the title of an anti-American warrior. However, his own property purchases in the United States resulted in his temporary silence in China prior to the 20th National Party Congress. His relentless attacks on private entrepreneurs, branding them as traitors and compradors, have significantly undermined their confidence in private enterprises and investments. Certainly, my proposal regarding Sima Nan is not about arresting and imprisoning him, as he shouldn't face punishment for expressing his own views. The CCP has already taken action to shut down the social media accounts of numerous individuals. Therefore, considering Sima Nan's opposition to national policies, it would be reasonable to deactivate his account as well. This measure would lead to him becoming silent, as the CCP possesses the capability to control speech. Ensuring Sima Nan's silence should not be a challenging task, right? The second short-term goal recommendation is to release Sun Dawu, a prominent figure in China. Sun Dawu, once the wealthiest individual in Hebei province, established the Dawu Agricultural and Animal Husbandry Group Corporation Limited, comprising over 40 subsidiaries and providing employment to more than 9,000 people. On November 11, 2020, an extraordinary law enforcement operation led to the criminal detention of Sun Dawu. The operation involved 6 buses, special police officers armed with assault rifles, police dogs, and ladders, executing a pre-dawn raid for his arrest. Sun Dawu, along with his wife, brother, son, daughter-in-laws, and company executives, a total of 28 individuals, were all taken into custody. Indications suggest that this action was not initiated by the local public security department, but by a higher level authority. He faces charges of alleged provocation and disruption of production and business activities. On April 15, 2022, all the assets of the Dawu Group were auctioned to Hebei Baoding Reishi Technology Corporation Limited at a significantly lower price of 686 million yuan rather than their actual worth of at least 5.1 billion yuan. This resulted in the buyer profiting at least 4.4 billion yuan. Releasing Sun Dawu would serve as a powerful symbolic gesture to boost the confidence of Chinese private entrepreneurs and provide them with a sense of security. After having his wealth and assets stripped away, setting him free should be an achievable action, don't you think? In order to restore the confidence of Chinese private entrepreneurs, I propose that Xi Jinping consider issuing a self-criticism edict. This could be a relatively straightforward step. By acknowledging past mistakes and errors in economic judgment and outlining plans for future improvements, such a statement would have a positive impact. Even a speech of this nature would be perceived as a sincere effort, and the people would appreciate that Xi Jinping is finally addressing the issue. It presents a viable approach to address the concerns of private entrepreneurs. Regarding the medium-term goal, it is essential for Xi Jinping to identify a suitable moment to appoint his successor and declare his intention to step down gracefully. With the 10-year term limit already amended and Xi Jinping in his third 5-year term, this reality is undeniable. By establishing a clear line of succession, people would have renewed hope. Even if he continues to lead for another 5 years, the eventual transition to the designated successor would create a positive atmosphere and provide everyone with a sense of anticipation. The second suggestion for the medium-term goal is to de-escalate warrior rhetoric and refrain from unnecessary conflicts with other countries in the international community. Drawing a parallel to the Qing dynasty, when Empress Dowager Cixi's confrontations led to the 8-nation alliances invading Beijing, it's essential to avoid winning over African nations and challenging developed countries. Seizing threats of military actions against Washington, D.C. or Taiwan or Tokyo is crucial. Lowering the aggressive tone and the rhetoric of the wolf warrior approach is achievable and not overly challenging. Wouldn't you agree? The ultimate objective is to dedicate the next 2 years to a thorough constitutional amendment process, adhering to the principles of constitutionalism and safeguarding private property. This involves enshrining the protection of private property in the Constitution and implementing comprehensive laws and judicial procedures to establish authentic private property rights. Similar to the inviolability of state-owned assets, private property rights must be equally safeguarded. This will instill a sense of security and stability, fostering long-term investment and commitment. The overarching legal system should undergo a complete reconstruction, ensuring an independent judiciary. Accomplishing these objectives by the CCP would instill hope in the Chinese economy. Chinese people have demonstrated their intelligence and adaptability, thriving in diverse countries, excelling in various environments, and expanding their businesses worldwide. If the entire system undergoes improvement and China embraces the rule of law, the country's prospects will undoubtedly be promising. Setting short-term, medium-term, and long-term objectives within a relatively short timeline, 6 months, 1 year, and 2 years respectively, offers hope for China's economic prospects. Following this plan, after 2 years, other nations may no longer view China unfavorably or pursue forceful decoupling. Instead, they might recognize China as a crucial component of the global supply chain, contributing to overcoming current economic challenges and paving the way for long-term and sustainable development. However, do you believe the CCP can actually accomplish the things I mentioned? It seems highly improbable. The issue lies not in ordinary individuals like me being unable to offer constructive suggestions, but rather in the CCP's reluctance to embrace them. That's the most crucial concern. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly. Until then, be well.